So you've been working on unlearning some unhealthy patterns regarding your relationship to food. Maybe you've even worked with a coach or done a program like Breaking Up with Binge Eating, linked in the comments, and you've come a long way. But are there any still pesky diet thoughts that are lingering every now and then? And maybe they sound something like carbs are bad, or you ate that cookie, so you definitely need to do extra cardio today. Or as you're checking out of the grocery store, minding your own business, you see that magazine cover with the new juice cleanse, and something inside of you is like, should I check that out? And then you think, well, wait, have I actually made progress here? Or am I just stuck in this thinking forever? I thought I was doing well, but there's just still some things that I need to shake. So how do I know if I've made progress? Well, that's exactly what I'm going to cover in today's video, which is all about 4 signs that you know that you're leaving the diet mindset behind. Hey friends, I'm Christina. I'm a nutrition coach, and I love helping people learn lean eating skills that align with their values rather than any restrictive diets or calorie counting, so that we can keep plenty of fun in life. So progress isn't always linear, right? As much as my brain would love for it to be, but it is nice to see how far we've come from patterns of thinking that just don't serve us anymore. And also be aware of some things that are lingering behind. Let's see if you recognize any of these things in yourself, and if you don't, not to worry, you're gonna have thousands more meals to practice corrective experiences as you work towards more progress. So the first sign that you can tell if you've left the diet mentality behind is you're playing on the same team as your body rather than being at war with yourself. If you played sports growing up, then you know that when you're on the same team with someone, you're working towards a similar goal and you support your teammates to do what it takes to get there. Often, the scarcity mentality that comes with a diet mindset makes us feel like we have to beat ourselves into submission, or we have to punish ourselves with banning certain foods that we love, or doing lots of extra exercise to change our body shape, or just the mental gymnastics of making ourselves do better and why can't we figure this out already, instead of working together. So let's think about this. Have you been working as a team with your body? One way this might show up is if you overeat at a meal, instead of beating yourself up and thinking of ways that you need to fix this, you get curious and you show yourself compassion. You might say, wow, that food was super tasty and I got a little distracted and I ate more than I usually like to. I'm gonna see what happens next and wait until I'm hungry again to eat. And then you move on. Imagine. One of these things looks like food freedom, the other looks like I've done something wrong and now I need to punish myself for it. When you leave the diet mentality behind, your focus is on practice and progress, not perfection. Learning a new way to do this eating thing, it doesn't feel like a huge burden and it's just becoming part of your life, and you realize, my body is doing its best. The second sign that you know you're leaving that restrictive mindset behind is you're not Googling the next fad diet. You don't look for faster or more extreme weight loss programs to get ready for your big event. You tell yourself not to quit and ask yourself what you need right now. Maybe the process isn't working for you and you need to adjust some things. You know that eating foods that help you feel your best and foods that you enjoy, you're not restricting, and you're practicing listening to your body consistently, that's really what will make the difference in the long run. One way to think critically about this is asking yourself, can I see myself eating this same way for the next 5 years? If not, maybe it's not sustainable. But if it is, carry on. Sign number 3 is you aren't afraid of certain food groups because you know it's not really about the food, but about our mindset about the food. We've probably all had these thoughts about food morality. Some foods are good and some foods are bad. Many of my clients feel a particular way about carbs when they first start out, saying carbs are bad. Wanting to eliminate a whole macronutrient is a pretty big sign that you still have some restrictive thinking going on. If you notice that the thoughts are coming up less and less, then you've definitely made progress in leaving that mindset behind. Go you! If you're still having thoughts like, I'm addicted to sugar so I can't have any, then there's maybe some opportunity to think differently there. As we make progress in our mindsets, we know how to combat those sabotaging thoughts that come up. We have decided to leave the all or nothing thinking behind, thank you very much, and it's okay to have a reasonable portion of any kind of food. We don't have to be afraid of it anymore. So my fourth and maybe my favorite sign that you know that you are leaving a restrictive diet mentality behind is you're not waiting for weight loss to happen before being an active participant in your life. This is because you understand that your body size and shape doesn't determine your worth. You want to be in that photo because you want to create a memory. You want to go on that vacation, wear that beautiful dress, and be with your people doing things that you love. Standing on the sidelines and waiting for weight loss to happen instead of jumping in and being who you are right here and right now because you are worthy just because you exist. It's okay to desire weight loss, but it's not as if your life begins when you achieve that ideal body. When you do the mindset work, this allows you to live your life now and not stand on the sidelines anymore. So, do you recognize any of these signs I mentioned in yourself? Do any of them sound new and maybe something you'd like to try on for size? Now, I'd like to talk about a couple of reminders and tips that you can try today to help you continue moving towards this way of thinking. The first thing I think is so helpful to remember and keep top of mind is that food restriction is a cause of binge eating, not a solution. Any diet thoughts that creep in as you work through a particular program or are just making progress on your own can quickly be kicked to the curb with this. The other thing that you can try now or in the next few days is planning on eating a single portion of one of your favorite foods that maybe used to be forbidden fruit. Plan on enjoying it, savoring it, feeling the textures, and experiencing the flavors in your mouth. Why or how does this help? Choosing to add these foods in at a small margin of calories, fat, or carbohydrates, or whatever they are, can help prevent thousands of calories consumed in a binge later on due to restricting them. Eating these things mindfully and with awareness and permission, and see what happens. So there you have it. I hope you found that these were helpful or at least gave you some ideas. Go ahead, give yourself a pat on the back or a high five if you have recognized these things in yourself, because you deserve it. Thanks so much for watching. For more lean eating skills, tips, please subscribe to my channel and I will see you in the next video.